Okay, so I saw this tweet the other day that said, like, girls will be like, "I needed this," and it's just clean sheets and an everything shower. And that got me thinking about how I haven't shared my favorite, like, weekly evening reset that I'll do that is both my cleaning routine, but also self-care routine. And when I say this absolutely changed my mental health, I think it was around the time that I was a few weeks postpartum with my daughter. All of a sudden I found myself craving like everything showers. I ended up down a rabbit hole on TikTok and Instagram of all these girls and their everything showers. And just, you know how it is after you have a baby, it's like you just don't feel fully human. I struggled a little bit with postpartum depression, and that like lack of just feeling human and like your body is yours made me just crave everything showers. And so I just was constantly finding those on social media. But something that I noticed is that, as I don't know if it's a womanly thing or a mom thing, I can't fully relax unless the house is clean. So I started doing this routine, and I didn't start doing this in my postpartum era. I started once my daughter was a little older because the newborn trenches just, the everything shower weekly was about all I could get done. But once my daughter grew up a little bit, and hit that, stage where she'd be a little more independent. She'd hang out with dad. And my favorite thing to do was before I do my evening cleaning routine, which is just, it's like a quick clutter pickup, putting away that day's laundry because we do one load of laundry every morning, loading and running the dishwasher, and spot cleaning high traffic like floors in the kitchen. And then also, like the entrance way or by the garage. And then I would always wrap it up with a little bit of skincare. So what I do before I do that weekly is I will go ahead and I will put on a face mask. I'll put hair oil in my hair. I mean, I don't know about you, but after I had my baby, my hair health just was a wreck. So I had to start taking more care of it. So I'll put in a hair oil, face mask, clip everything up. I know some moms that will also like do a quick like self tan or something like that if they like that. But I'll just do all of that, and I will go through my cleaning routine. I do have my podcast evening cleaning routines that I'll usually listen to. I'll turn it on for the whole family if I can. And, my husband will clean with me. It's not just a me thing. Um, and I'll listen to that podcast cleaning routine. You can actually get one if you want to try it. This radio.domesticdaydreams.com/links has like free episodes that you can try and go through that 5-step cleaning routine. Clutter, put away the load of laundry, start the dishwasher, spot clean high traffic floors. And then once that's done, especially I will try and time this for Saturdays because that's when I change my sheets in my morning cleaning routine. Once that's done, I'm ready to get in the shower, take off my face mask, rinse out the hair oil, and that's when you do like an everything shower. And I've been seeing lately people going on to Instagram and TikTok and teaching us girlies how to really do an everything shower. And it kind of makes you realize how much of things, just like cleaning, we'll talk about this all the time on this page, how cleaning tasks are often things that are needed to be taught. Not everyone was taught cleaning basics. And that's the same thing with hygiene basics. So that's like, you really, really scrub with a washcloth or a loofah or a net or whatever it is that your preference is. Scrub, scrub, scrub. Use an antibacterial type soap like Dove or a bar soap first, and then you can go in with your pretty smelling scrubs and body washes and everything like that. And then once you wash your hair, do a hair mask. That's also a staple in an everything shower that I've seen. Then you will get out, moisturize. I do follow a skincare routine. I got into that after my daughter as well. So my usual skincare lineup, I go somewhat simple. It's just like a face cleanser and then a toner, a serum. I do an eye cream, but a lot of like dermatologists and stuff will tell you that's not necessary. You really just kind of need like a good moisturizer. I simply do it because it makes me feel extra pretty. So don't think you need an eye cream. They're really just an extra expensive moisturizer. And then moisturizer. So that combo of the cleaning routine in the morning or the cleaning routine in the morning, finishing up with your evening cleaning routine, and then an everything shower is absolutely my favorite, favorite way to wrap up the week, usually on a Saturday night. If you've been here for a while, you know that the cleaning routine is only Monday through Saturday, 30 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes in the evening. So having an everything shower and wrapping that up is just such a nice way to set up the weekend. And then Sunday is like our relaxed day. Something else too, if you want to have like the freshest sheets ever, I do have a recipe for a DIY fabric spray. If you go to domesticdaydreams.com/blog and you look up fabric spray, then you'll find it. I'll also put it in the comments of the stream after the fact if you do want a fabric spray. But it's just so nice to take time for a little bit of self-care when you're a mom, and combining that self-care with the cleaning routine is just one of my favorite ways to do it, especially because with my ADHD brain, doing a little bit of skincare, like a face mask or whatever, before I do the cleaning kind of just helps me like stay focused and make it a little bit more fun. You have to wait for the mask to cure anyways, or you have to wait for your hair to soak up hair oil anyways. And so it's just a fun way to get it done. But I figured I would just pop up on a live real quick to give you guys kind of some ideas on that. And I'm hoping to go live way more often on here, sharing cleaning routines and ways to balance like self-care and mom life and all those things like that. So that's just what I do. It's definitely not a gold standard. I don't want you guys to think that when I'm sharing ideas on here that I'm saying this is what you should do. I'm simply sharing things that are working for me or improving my mental health. It's and kind of that kind of thing, because I just think that it's not talked about enough in a way that's not like shamey, you know? Um, Oh, yay. Okay. So Christy says, I appreciate maybe a less toxic fabric spray. I always feel like I'm taking years off my life spraying toxic chemicals into the air. Yeah. So that's my issue too. I'll look up this fabric spray recipe right now for you guys, actually, so that I can just tell you exactly what's in it. There's two ways you can do it. You can do it with like a rubbing alcohol base, or you can do it with and my favorite is to do it with, oh my gosh, why am I forgetting what it's called? I use it as like a witch hazel. I use it as a skin toner sometimes. So basically you're going to take like, why is it showing my dusting spray? I'm so sorry. Give me a second. You take your witch hazel and then you kind of dilute. I'm trying to remember if you dilute it a little bit. It's been a while since I've had to make mine. And then you just add in your essential oils and you'll spray that on your fabric. So I like to do just a little bit of lavender. I've gotten a little too creative with essential oils before and it just doesn't smell that great. So maybe pick just like one or two essential oils. And the rubbing alcohol and the witch hazel will help preserve it, but it's also really great for like your pillows, because our pillows tend to be a really germy like thing. I mean, we rest our heads on it all night, you know. So, and there's a little bit of drooling and things like that. So having that alcohol or witch hazel base for the spray is really great at helping kind of disinfect some of that, while also removing odors and then releasing and carrying that essential oil scent. So I'm going to make sure I put that in the comments for you guys. Let's see here. Okay, I've got the link for this whole blog post. It's got the video on how to make that cleaning spray right there. But yeah, so that's kind of my favorite. If you guys have any other questions or anything like that, be sure to drop them in the chat. But I just had to share that little routine that I love to follow. I'm not perfect about doing this every single week. It's just something that I like to do when I'm feeling a little bit extra stressed out. It's nice and grounding to make you kind of be in your body more. It releases the dopamine because you have like such a nice clean house after the fact, and that you can relax in, and because you feel pretty. Every girl just wants to feel pretty and clean, and I love that way of habit stacking just about anything with ADHD. So habit stacking, self-care, and cleaning is one of my favorite ways to do that. I'm going to hop out here pretty soon, but I did want to share also, if you want to go ahead and give the evening cleaning routine a try, I'm going to drop some free episodes in the chat for you right here. And yeah, thank you so much for being here, you guys. Love and appreciate you, and we'll see you next time.